Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Christy, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to click the subscribe button. So today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about my first week teaching with Cambly. I am still only hired on the adult side. I still have not recorded my demo for the kids side. I know, I need to get on it. But this week I really just wanted to focus on jumping in the deep end and teaching with Cambly. Now, I'm not going to lie, I was extremely nervous at first because for the past 3 years I've been teaching on VIP Kid and, well, it's kids. Now I'm teaching adults on Cambly. But surprisingly, I'm really enjoying it. I was really nervous for my first session, but the majority of my students have just wanted to have conversations just to practice their English and get correction for pronunciation. I really like that Cambly is relaxed, that it has a flexible schedule, and you can teach 24/7. I do still teach with VIP Kid in the mornings, but it's on Beijing time, so you are up super early. As a matter of fact, most weekdays, a normal morning for me is waking up between 4:30 and 5 a.m. I fix a cup of coffee, take my dogs outside, and then I start teaching with VIP Kid. But because I have children who go to school, I can really only fit in 3, maybe 4 classes in a morning. This really limits me on how many classes I can teach and how much money I can really make. So Cambly helps to fill in those gaps for me, which I really enjoy, and you can teach 24/7. Cambly does not pay as much as Chinese ESL companies, but the flexibility of the schedule and the ability to work any time of the day or night really makes Cambly a great company to work for. I've met people from all over the world. I've gotten to have conversations, learn about their families and their culture, and in all honesty, I'm really enjoying how relaxed it is to teach with Cambly. Most days I'll finish teaching with VIP Kid in the mornings. I'll wake my kids up, get them fed, get them dressed, and walk them to school. And then I will come back home, get situated, and I'll go ahead and open a priority hour on Cambly. Now, because I'm new, I did open reservations, but most of the time as a new teacher, you're not just going to have people pick you for a reservation. So the best way to get new students is a priority hour. And the great thing about a priority hour is that you can select what hour you want to work for, or maybe you want to do 2, or maybe you want to do 3. It's really up to you. And in a priority hour, you just agree that you're going to sit in front of your computer, and if anyone calls, then you will answer the call. That's how I started. And so far, I've had several students who have started booking reservations with me. This is a great way to fill your time and to fill in those gaps again, like I said, which makes it so beneficial, and really it's so easy. So far, I have not sat in a priority hour and received 0 calls. I always get calls during my priority hour. With Cambly, when you sit in a priority hour, they will pay you for at least 15 minutes. So if you're in for an hour, you're going to get paid for 15 minutes. Now, the advantage of it is while you're sitting there waiting on phone calls, you could be catching up on Netflix, you could be crafting, you could be reading, you could be really doing anything. Just make sure you answer the call when it comes in. Another thing that I have learned that I didn't know when I first started and learned about 3 days in. One is students who want to reserve with you have a period of time where they can reserve. So mine was automatically set to 24 hours, and I went ahead and reset it to 6 hours. Because I already get up with VIP Kid, I had no problem with selecting 6 hours because I can look and see if anyone has booked a reservation with me, and I'll already know as soon as I wake up in the morning. Now, if you don't want that, then you can select 12 or 24 hours. Maybe you need more notice for a reservation. So they give you 3 different options for how far out a student can book a session with you. The other thing that concerned me when I started teaching is I heard many teachers and tutors say that with Cambly, there are a lot of student no-shows. So students will reserve a session with you and they won't always show up to class. Now, if you're like me, you have a lot of things going on in a day. And so when you're in front of your computer to teach, you want to make sure you're getting an opportunity and you have a student coming, especially because Cambly does not pay if a student does not show up. However, if for some reason you cannot make a class, there are no penalties either. But the way that I have figured this out is because my cousin who works for Cambly actually told me what she does. So to avoid no-shows and just having a complete wash of a class, when she has reservations booked, she will book a priority hour on top of that so that they overlap each other. The way that this works is you have a reservation for, say, 8 a.m. and it's for 15, maybe 30 minutes. So 8 a.m. to, let's say, 8:15. If you go ahead and select a priority hour for 8 until 9, then if your student doesn't show and someone calls in during the priority hour, you can answer. Now, to make sure that you do not leave your priority student or your reservation out of the loop or behind, if your reservation shows up, then you answer your reservation. So, if I answer a call for priority because my reservation has not shown up yet, then I simply tell the student, I would love to have class with you today, but I do have someone who has reserved a spot with me. If they show up, then I will have to end the call. Are you okay with that? And if they are, you continue teaching. If not, they can hang up and then they'll call someone else. Also, if your reservation shows up after 10 minutes, so if they're scheduled for 8 and they don't show up until 8:11, it's up to you to decide, do you want to stay in the classroom that you're currently in, or do you want to switch over to the reservation? And there will be no penalty. Just make sure that you are answering calls when you're in a priority hour. Overall, I'll say that I'm really pleasantly surprised with Cambly and I'm really enjoying teaching with them. There are some curriculums that you can do and some adult students choose those, but the majority of them are just looking to have a conversation. And it's honestly so easy and so relaxed. And yeah, I mean, I'm just really happy. I'm really happy that I took the step and went ahead and applied for Cambly. And I'm happy that I have a second option because many of you are ESL teachers and we all know that unfortunately our time with the Chinese ESL classrooms is limited and we're on borrowed time. So we really have to think about other things that we can do. If you have any questions, I know this was a lot of information thrown at you. I'm trying to talk to you like you're my friend, so sometimes I kind of ramble. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments below. I would love to hear from you, and I will do my best to answer any questions that you have. If I don't know the answer, I will try to find the answer for you. And also, if you're interested in seeing more videos like this, I can talk more about Cambly. Eventually, I will post my Cambly Kids introduction video. But I don't want to do that until I've actually been hired and know that it's a successful video. I don't want to just share something with you guys if it's not really beneficial. So if you're interested in seeing more videos about Cambly, maybe you're interested in videos about other side hustles or ways to work from home and earn income, I'm more than happy to create a video like that. So if that's what you're interested in, just in the comments below, put side hustle. And if you're interested more in information as far as Cambly goes and just going more in depth with that and maybe doing a screen share and walking you through the profile and your dashboard and things like that, then put Cambly in the comments below. All right, guys, that's all for today, but I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.